was some of the photos that we got on our recent Halloween themed photo shoot. And in this video, we're going to show you some of the creative techniques that we used to put those photos together. Hi guys, shut up. Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. We are Mac and Teens, photographers, filmmakers, couple. That's it. That's all we are.
That is it.
And in today's video, we want to talk creative photography. And let's not waste any time, let's just jump right into it. And let's very quickly explain how we got photo number 1.
So the plan with shot number 1 was to make Christina look like a ghost, and we were going to use a slow shutter photo to do that. And the way we did that was I set the camera up on the tripod right here and got Christina to stand over beside the tree in the distance. I then set the shutter quite low and kind of counted to myself after I pressed the shutter, and after a couple of seconds I told Christina to run out of the frame. This took quite a few goes to figure out, but we finally ended up with an almost invisible Christina.
Ooh. Spooky.
And that's pretty much that. Turned out pretty well. Now let's move on to shot number 2.
51 minutes. That's a brand new memory card. So this is photo number 2, and the idea behind this photo was to get to try blah, 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 blah. So this is photo number 2, and the idea behind this photo was to try and get a really blurry face or a blurry head, a really creepy possessed head with a really still body holding the pumpkin. And how we got that was we set the camera on the tripod, had to be on a tripod because we had to put the shutter very, very, very low. Got Chris to stand in frame very, very still. And then once I hit the shutter, then I got Chris to move his head back and forth, pretty much just shake your head. And that's pretty much it. This little creative technique is all done within camera. So obviously this works very well with the Halloween vibe, but you can use this little technique in many types of photography. Take street photography for example. If you wanted to create a slow shutter pic of maybe people walking, maybe get some motion blur in there, or if you're trying to do like a portrait that you wanted some motion blur in, anything that you want motion blur in, you can use this slow shutter technique. So definitely try that one out for yourself, and now let's move on to the final photo.
So photo number 3 was this creepy pic with Christina's hands, multiple hands, on this tree. We think it looks pretty creepy looking, and the way we got it was actually quite simple. We set the tripod up, put the camera on it again, and got a shot first of all with just the tree. Christina was completely out of frame, and then we started with Christina putting one hand in at the bottom of the tree, and we took a photo, and then Christina would put another hand on the other side, and we would keep taking photos with different hand positions around the tree. And then what we did was we edited those pictures in Lightroom with the same edit, and then ported them all into GIMP, which is a software we use pretty similar to Photoshop, and we masked each layer so that you could see just the hand from each of those photos, and the background stayed generally the same. So the edit was the same, and then we combined all those photos and we're left with the end result after a little bit more tweaking in Lightroom. So the key to this type of photo is to make sure that you have your camera on a tripod, because it has to stay in the same position, and that way when you go to mask out each photo it's easy because everything is exactly lined up. We obviously use this technique for this kind of Halloween horror type photo, but you can use it in a lot of different ways to do different types of photos. It's completely up to you. You could hold a lot of balloons around the frame and mask them all in. You could have a lot of floating balloons, whatever floats your boat. It's pretty easy to do as long as you have a tripod. Yeah, you can literally use it for whatever you want. I actually used it a few weeks ago for a little coffee shot that I took, and I actually had to use the little glass jar to pour the milk into the coffee, but I also wanted it to be in frame, so I took one photo pouring the milk in and another photo with the milk sitting beside the coffee, and then I masked out the rest of the photo and just left the milk, so I technically have the same item twice in one photo.
So there you have it, a few little creative techniques that you can use in your next photos.
Hopefully that helped. If you enjoyed it, give the video a thumbs up and make sure to hit that subscribe button too. And as we always say, take it easy.
Don't be a stranger.
Check. The grills in my mouth double as a freeze. The grills in my mouth double as a freeze.